The reason why they don't want to see barbecue initiating with barbecue with the Prime Minister coming up together with a dialogue, and also there is something that is going on. They want our soldiers to arrest barbecue or kill our soldiers. Can you explain to us the reason why they want that to be done, and you tell them a function of our Kenya police? Is it to kill someone or to do what? Tell them something.
We have started seeing the fruits of the Kenyan forces in Haiti. Just the other day, first of all, Kenya has increased the number of troops from 400 with an additional 200. So far, we have 600 Kenyan troops in Haiti, assisted the Haitian police to recapture a hospital in Port-au-Prince, the university hospital. And this is a major win for the forces there. We are talking about the Haiti mission, the MSS forces in Haiti. This is a UN-backed mission. It is not a UN mission. That is why you find that they are not wearing the blue helmets that the UN usually wear. They are not blue helmets. This is a UN-backed mission. So the difference between a UN mission and a UN-backed mission is that a UN-backed mission is a mission from another country that has a coalition of other countries that has the blessings of the United Nations. So they are not answerable to the UN, they are answerable to the country that called or organized this coalition of forces. So in the case of the MSS forces in Haiti, it is a US mission. So this is a US-led mission that has come up with a contingent of countries, Kenya being the lead, and then you have Jamaica, you have other countries, Guinea, that have said that they will supply forces to Haiti. In a UN mission, by the way, another example of a UN-backed mission is AMISOM. AMISOM is an African Union mission in Somalia, but it is blessed with the United Nations. So that is a UN-backed mission. But a UN mission is a mission that is from the UN. It is answerable to the UN, and those wear the blue helmets. For example, the UN mission in South Sudan, the UN mission in Congo that has been there for a very long time, and UN missions across the world, you can signify them by wearing the blue helmets. So that is the difference. Our forces went to Haiti, and they got a very good review just the other day by recapturing a hospital in Haiti. The university hospital in Haiti was recaptured, and these are the fruits of, we're starting to see the fruits of the Kenyan forces in Haiti by recapturing a very critical infrastructure. A hospital is a very critical infrastructure that has been recaptured now, will be used by the Haitian government to try and attend to wounded civilians as well as wounded members of the forces who will be countering the gangs there. That is the review of what is happening currently in Haiti. So we have started seeing the fruits of the Kenyan forces in Haiti. Just the other day, first of all, Kenya has increased the number of troops from 400 with an additional 200. So far, we have 600 Kenyan troops in Haiti. But Kenya has also assisted the Haitian police to recapture a hospital in Port-au-Prince, the university hospital. And this is a major win for the forces there. As we earlier stated, or as we earlier discussed, the role of the first contingent of forces is to secure critical infrastructure that will assist the rest of the forces, in total 2,500 forces from different parts of the world, to come in and assist Haiti to get back on its feet. So, well, they secured the university hospital, which is a major win that is going to assist the forces as well as the public in general. This hospital was captured 5 months ago at the height of the breakout of the gangs, when they also managed to break out people from the prisons and etc. So it was quite an intense activity during that time, and they captured this hospital, and just recently they engaged in a very difficult time when they engaged with the forces there. You find that a lot of gunfire exchanges went on, and at the end of the day, the forces, the Asian forces and the MSS forces there, that is the Kenyan forces, were managed to recapture that hospital, and now it is in the hands of the Haitian government. Even the Prime Minister visited the hospital and went there, and also you found that they were able to manage to secure that hospital.
The reason why they don't want to see barbecue initiating with barbecue with the Prime Minister coming up together with a dialogue, and also there's something that is going on. They want our soldiers to arrest barbecue or kill our soldiers. Can you explain to us the reason why they want that to be done? And you tell them a function of our Kenya police. Is it to kill someone or to do what? Tell them something.
Well, before we even get to that,
Yeah.
just I think it is on Tuesday, yeah, our forces, 200 more, went to Haiti. So right now we have a total of 600 of the Kenyan forces in Haiti. That means that the forces now have grown, and only 400 are remaining here in Kenya, because Kenya promised 1,000 forces over the 2,500 that are going to be contributed by also other countries. So, well, barbecue has made Haiti suffer. Yeah, barbecue has brought a lockdown in Haiti. People cannot move freely. People cannot live freely. And if a person is coming to infringe in your freedoms and rights, then you really don't want that person to stay any longer, because of the pain and the suffering that the person has brought. So that is why you're finding that many Haitians out there supported the move to have Kenyans in their soil. And you can find even different medias which engage the locals. You'll find that the locals are saying that Kenyans are welcomed as long as they, of course, as long as they go with the laws, as how the laws are supposed to go, and not arrest people without having cause or causing harm to the civilians. So it is a moment where the country is seeing hope. A country that has lost around 500,000 people to go to outside countries because there was unrest in their country. A country that has lost people to kidnappings and death and threats is now seeing a hope, something coming that will give them a future. So Kenyan forces are there to, first of all, restore order in Haiti. They are not there to keep peace. This is not we can say a peacekeeping mission. It is not a peacekeeping mission. Because they are not going to stand in the way and then allow people to negotiate. That is not the case. These MSS forces are going there to make sure that Haiti returns back to its normalcy. That means they are going to engage the gangs, and they are going to side. They are already siding with the government. That is given. So they are not there to say that the government is on one side and the gangs are on one side. No, they are going to help the government to counter these insurgencies or these gangs. So that is the role of the Kenyan forces.
Do you think barbecue will give up on this fight? Do you think it's going to give up and say that, I've decided to go to prison, I've decided to be arrested? Do you think it may reach a time that barbecue may decide to give in to the Prime Minister's demand?
It is not certain, because barbecue has, we can say he has come from very far. And if you look at his history, it goes way back, even during the presidency of Juvenal Moise. So this means that barbecue has that goal that he wants to achieve. Recently it became political, and he also wanted to be one of the presidents in Haiti in history. So barbecue has a goal to achieve, and I don't think he's going to just lay down his arms. He's going to put up a fight. And I know all the forces, the Kenyan forces, the MSS forces, are expecting, together with the Haitian police, they are expecting a fight from barbecue. Even in recapturing that hospital, they engage in a fight. So barbecue is not there to just allow people to come and then take their arms and say, I surrender, because of course barbecue will go to jail. If anything, he will be captured and he will go to jail, and possibly he will never be released, because he has committed crimes against humanity, killed a lot of people. So come what may, he will put up a fight, and I know they are expecting a fight.
As you can see that recently barbecue decided to recruit children. What can you say about that? Why is he coming and recruiting children in his gang?
It is unfortunate. It is
Very
unfortunate. And before I even come to that, I have to make sure that I give also people the context of the Kenyan forces that are going there. These are elite squads. You know, when people were saying that Kenyan forces are going to Haiti, many thought that there were these regular police officers that we see around here. These are elite forces. These are Recce squad, SOG. We have the border patrol unit. These are elite squad that are at the rank almost of the military forces here in Kenya, you know, advanced military forces. So when we are speaking about the Kenya police in Haiti, we're not just speaking about anyone. We are speaking about the best of the very best here in Kenya that have trained for quite some time and even gone to urban warfare. They understand urban warfare very well. It's only that they've not actually trained in the Haitian landscape, and they have the Haitian police to tell them where to go and where not to go. That being said, it is unfortunate that Barbecue is using children in his cause, because you know, a warlord is a warlord. If you're presenting your own views, regardless of what you're doing, an armed struggle or a peaceful struggle, at least there's some lines that you're not supposed to cross. If you go to crossing those lines and using children to take up arms against the government or other people, then I think that is beyond, that person is beyond saving. Yeah, these are the tactics that are being used by terrorists in the Middle East, terrorists in some parts of Africa. So there is a need for us to have that genuine conversation, because we understand people will always look at this thing twofold. Some people will support Barbecue because of the disgruntlement that people have against the West, against people who have had power in Haiti. And that is okay, because we have freedom of speech. But then again, we have also to consider that and look at the real thing that is happening. If you're using children to fight the government, then what generation are we expecting to rule over
and
in
just
Haiti?
Want to negotiate with the government.
Exactly. So it is very unfortunate that we are going to that extent, but it is something that many gang leaders and criminals use. They use the innocence of children, because as someone who is underage, there is a reason why we say someone is underage, because they are not mature enough. They cannot think beyond what they are seeing right now. A person who is grown up will know that if I take this arm and I start engaging these people, I might lose my life, and people who are depending on me will have lost. But a child will not perceive all these things. They will not see beyond that. Even if you look at what is happening in Mexico and other Latin American, Colombia, which are fighting drug warlords that are fighting the government, they use children. And that is a sad situation, because when you're using when you're using a child, that means that you are not respecting the laws of nature to allow children to grow up, mature, and make their own decision. That one will be taken to akin to you are trying to sabotage their future. You are also taking away their innocence, and you are radicalizing these children to only follow you, because that is what happens in that case.